Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video was requested by my good friend through Instagram. His name on Instagram is Darth Bruner, aka Matthew. Really appreciate you asking me to do this video. I thought about doing it for a while, but now I'm here finally doing it. It's going to be my hat collection. I have so many snapbacks. I have a few fitted caps left. I don't have too many. I do have a lot of winter hats as well, so I will be showing those as well. So the first batch of hats, I'm just going to try to categorize everything, so I don't want the video to be too long, so you'll see some jump cuts here and there. So yep, so I will be showing, you know, each category, then I'll jump cut and show the next category. So the first one up will be the winter hats. First one here is the Nes hat, winter hat with a palm on the top. I actually like these. Here's the back. I won't be talking about the hats too much, you know, unless I remember where I got it from. I believe that one I got it from Target. Very cool hat. Another NES hat. I think I got this from probably the Nintendo store, I'm not sure. Next up is this Pikachu hat. I don't wear it too often. Maybe I'll wear it more often this winter. There's nothing on the back. Simple, plain hat, Pikachu. Got that from the Nintendo store. Next up is Pokeball Hat. Got this from the Nintendo store as well. I don't wear this one too often either. It looks practically brand new. But that's that. Next up is another NES hat with a palm on the top. This is cool. I think I got this from, I got this from the Nintendo store as well. It says Nintendo New York on it, so it's exclusive to that store. That's cool. Next up is this Yoshi hat right here. Got this from the Nintendo store as well. Nothing on the back. It's a cool design. Next up is the Super Mario Brothers hat with a pom-pom on the top. It's Mario going against Bowser. I believe I got this like in the collector's box set. Don't remember what box set it was. Next up is another NES hat. As you can tell, I love the NES. Plain on the back. Nothing there. Sorry if I'm moving around too much. Next up is this Nintendo store Zelda hat. It says where everyone comes to play. And it has Link in the middle. I like this one. I think they had another one for Mario, but I never got it. But this one's a pretty cool one. Next up is this Fire Flower hat. This is one of my favorites. I wore this one a lot. I think I got this from Target. Don't remember. As you can tell by the length there, I wore it a lot. But cool hat. Next up is this Luigi hat with a pom-pom on the top. This is cool for like Christmas time. It's not something I'll wear every day. This one also is cool for Christmas time. I got this last year. Pom-pom right there. Palm Beanie Hat. That's what it's called. Got this from the Nintendo store. It looks cool. And as a bonus, I actually do have a scarf that matches it right here, which is nice. Don't use scarves too often, but yeah. This one, it's a Mario red and blue hat. Pom-pom right there. This is a cool hat. I like the design on it. Next up is This Zelda Hat. I believe this was for Zelda Skyward Sword. I wore this one a lot as well. Cool hat. Next up is this Mario hat, white pom-pom. Got this from the Nintendo store. I think I got that Zelda hat from the Nintendo store as well. Next up is the Street Fighter V hat. I don't know what this means. I forgot what it meant. But see Street Fighter V right there. Cool red hat. Next up is this plain New York Yankees hat. Not huge on baseball, but at the time before I started getting a whole bunch of hats, I just needed a plain old one. So yeah, this one is like very, very old. Don't know if I'm going to keep this much longer. Next up is this Majora's Mask hat. This one is really dope. And then again, not really. It's very plain. It just have this wooden thing attached to it. You can easily cut the damn thing off, which I don't like. I wish the design was embroidered on the hat itself. So this one is kind of like, whatever. It's like anybody can do this. But, yep, that's a Majora's Mask hat. Next up is this Mario hat. It's similar to the Luigi hat. Red pom-pom at the top and right there. Believe I got this from the Nintendo store as well. And the last winter hat I have is this NES hat. Very, very cool. The black at the bottom, controller in the middle, right there, gray at the top. I wore this one a lot as well. Okay, so now let's get into the sports snapbacks. Alright, this one is not really a sports team, but my sister, she went to Chicago. She gave me this hat from her trip to Chicago. Pretty cool. I like the gray and the black rim. Nothing on the back. Pretty simple hat, but I do love it. Next up is Boston Celtics. Not my favorite team, but I do like Larry Bird. I do like Paul Pierce. Just to name a few of the best players that played on the team. John Rondo, Antoine Walker, people like that. If I can remember, any, of the players that played on the team, I would mention them and not show the hat. Next up is one of my favorites, the Indiana Pacers hat that I have. It's look like a hand catching a ball. That's basically what it looks like. But this one is like one of my favorites. I wore this one all the time. And some of my favorite players from that team is Ron Artest, Reggie Miller. Next up is Miami Heat. I love this one. Red at the top, black at the bottom. It has a green under. Hardwood Classic. Some of my favorites for this team is Dwayne Wade, LeBron James when he was there, Tim Hardaway, Alonzo Mourning, Shaquille O'Neal. Next up, Chicago Bulls. I have quite a bit of Chicago Bulls hats. This is one of them. This is Windy City with the bull in the back. Same design but smaller. And obviously some of my favorite players is Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, and Dennis Rodman for that team at the time. Next up is Brooklyn Nets. I've wore this hat to death. As you can see, it's very, very dirty. Yeah, I've wore this hat so many times, and I wore it so much the snap is starting to turn colors. Maybe I'll replace it one of these days. Yeah, this hat has been through hell. There's Brooklyn in the back, and it also has the player, one of the players from the team at the time. I think his name is Darren Williams. Yeah, cool hat. Next up is another Chicago Bulls hat. It says Windy City right here on the front. Eastern Conference. Nothing on the back. Pretty dope hat. Next up, another Chicago Bulls. It says Windy City right there on the front. And then right here, it has the year that they won the championships. 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98. They haven't won a championship since. Next up is Los Angeles Lakers. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. One of my favorite players on the Los Angeles Lakers was him, and Shaquille O'Neal. Howard Classic. I don't know why this is white right here. I don't know. But cool hat. Next up is Spurs, San Antonio Spurs old school logo. I actually like the old school logo. Kind of miss it. But yeah, this is one of my favorite hats as well. Some of my favorites on the team was Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Sean Elliott. Next up, Toronto Raptors. Favorite player on this team was Vince Carter. When he was there. Next up is Vancouver Grizzlies. It's not Vancouver anymore, but this is a hardwood classic hat. Nothing on the back. I like Paul Gasol when he was on there, Mike Bibby as well. Or Jason Williams, one of them was on there. I forgot. I think both of them was on there at one point, but this is a fitted cap. Chicago Bulls, Windy City. Just like the white one. Same design and everything. It's just that this is red and the other one's white. Okay. Halfway done with the sport teams. Next one up is another Miami Heat. This one is like reverse. The other one had the red on the top and the black at the bottom. This one is reverse. But the thing about this, it doesn't have the green part underneath is gray right here. Hardwood classic. Great hat. I wear this one all the time. Next up is Cleveland Cavaliers, old school logo. Just say Cavs with the basketball going into the basket. I like that logo. It's the back right there. Next up is Chicago Bulls. Like I said, I have a lot of Chicago Bulls. This is like the NBA draft hat. It's Adidas, made by Adidas. Cool hat. Next up is New York Knicks. Hardwood classic on the side, back. Dope hat. I wear this one all the time as well. Next up is another Chicago Bulls. This is made by Mitchell and Ness. It's camouflage. Army fatigue, whatever you want to call it. Mitchell and Ness. Cool hat. Don't wear it too often. Next up is Orlando Magic. And this one I do wear it a lot. One of my favorite teams of all time. Especially when Tracy McGrady was on it, that team. Next up is another New York Knicks. Don't wear this one too often, but still a cool hat. Next up is another Chicago Bulls. This one's pretty plain. It doesn't say Windy City or anything like that. This is actually made by Reebok. Bit weird. Forgot I had this one. I was just buying everything that was Chicago Bulls back then. I haven't bought a Chicago Bulls hat in a while. Next up is a hat I never wore. Charlotte Hornets. I really would like to wear it, but I gotta get something that matches it. But this is a cool hat. I love the colors for Charlotte Hornets. And the last NBA hat is, which I think is the last one, is this Chicago Bulls Mitchell and Nes hat. It's a fitted cap. Very cool. Alright, now let's get into the hats that are snapbacks, but some of them is like kind of like has like a weird, you know, snap to it, kind of like a little pullback, I guess you can call it. But we'll get into the next category right now. Alright, so the next category is the one I was trying to explain to you guys. Is these kind of hats, like the bendy, you know, ones, the ones that's already like bend. So this is the first one right here, the Super Mario hat. I believe this came in like in the collector's box. These are admittedly not my favorite type of hats to wear, but they are pretty cool though. This one with Mario jumping for the star. This one I haven't worn yet. Got the tag on it still. Nintendo New York hat. And there's Mario right there in the back. Nintendo New York in the front. Black and white. Pretty cool. Next up is another Nintendo New York hat, but it says where everyone comes to play, just like the Zelda winter hat I showed. It says it right there in the front. There's Mario right there jumping. All gray hat. Pretty cool hat. Next up is a Luigi hat. It's pretty dope. You see Luigi on the thing right there. And the inside is pretty cool. It says Okie Dokie. I like that artwork there. Here's another one of these hats. Where it says everyone comes to play. It's blue. I like this one better than the gray one. What I was trying to talk about before the jump cut was this. It's not really a snapback. It's more of like a, I don't know how to explain that. It's like you just pull this up. You pull this part up and then you adjust the size. But yep, this is a cool hat. Next up is this Mario hat, similar to the Luigi one. It has Mario in the back right there. And the inside, it says, "It's a me, Mario," which is pretty dope. I'm not sure what game this is based off. It looks like it's based off their based off the Mario Luigi games. Not sure. And I have another Nintendo New York hat, but it's red this time. In the back. It's pretty dope. I got that a while ago. Next up here is the NES hat. This one's pretty plain, just have the NES control in the front. And then the back has absolutely nothing. It would have been cool if it would have said Nintendo Entertainment System or something, but it doesn't. So next up is Metroid. Pretty plain as well, all black. Just a Metroid in the front. It has this Samus, well, this Metroid emblem in the back right there. And the coolest part of the hat is the inside. It shows the the first Metroid game, which is dope. This one is cool. And these last few hats is just hats that I had got from my job, because they'll have people come in and do demonstrations for like vendors or whatever. You know, companies that come in and we carry their products for a while and then it never sells. The first one here is the Garrett Valley Farms. And the USA Prime. I would never ever wear these in fucking public. But yep, so that's that category. We're gonna jump into the next one. The next one is gonna be most of my white hats. I keep them in a bag, so that will be the next one. Alright, so here's the caps that's like mostly white or has white in it, because I don't want to keep them outside of the bag because I don't want it to get too dirty from the dust. So the first one is this PlayStation hat. I actually wore this the other day. I actually love this one. I try not to wear it too much because I really don't want to get it dirty. But it's a fantastic hat. Next one up is this Super Mario Brothers hat. I got this from the Nintendo store. You can actually get this online as well. That's the inside. It looks cool. So that's that one. Next up is another sports team. You know it, Chicago Bulls. With the army fatigue brim right here. The bottom is red. I actually wore this one the other day too. Cool hat. This one, Splatoon hat. I think this is based off Splatoon 2. The purple and the white. I like the purple and the white. Like my white ones, I try not to wear them too often because I don't want them to get too dirty. Next up is Mario Kart 8. The white Mario Kart 8 hat. This one I absolutely love. The design on it. Mario right there. And then on the side you see the Mario Kart 8. And it shows the blue shell right here. It shows the number 8 right there. And it shows the mushroom that says Mario Kart 8 underneath. Dope hat. I got that from Lids. Next up is another Splatoon hat. I think this is based off the first game. But this is like a like one of those trucker hats. Cause it has the mesh at the back. You know, design at the bottom is pretty cool. I think it says stay fresh. Yeah, stay fresh. Hopefully you can see that, guys. But that's a dope hat. Next up is Splatoon again. This is based off Splatoon 2. There's a symbol right there. It has the number 2. And then right here, don't know what the hell it says. It's just like a bunch of text. But cool hat. I used to wear this one a lot. Next up is another Splatoon one. Based off the first game. It's the back. It's the design right there, and it says stay fresh as well, just like the other one. Cool. This one, the Zelda hat. This one I actually like a lot. The design in the hat is cool. It says to go alone. No, it says it's too dangerous to go alone. Take this. Nice. Got all these from the Nintendo store, by the way. And the last one is Splatoon 2. It's the pink one. I believe they don't sell these no more. You know, because Splatoon 2 came out 5 years ago. So, yep. That's all my white hats, or the hats that have white in them. So the next hats I'm going to show will be like comic book, you know, related, like DC, Marvel, you know, TV show related, like, you know, Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. So that will be the next ones I show right now. Alright, so here's like the DC, Marvel, and comic book characters and TV shows hats right now. So the first one up is this Thor hat. You see the hammer right there. You see Thor right there. It says Thor the Mighty Avenger on the back. Pretty dope hat. I got that from Lids years ago. Next one up is this Batman hat. It's black and gold. Just the Batman symbol right there. Nothing on the back. It's pretty plain, but I like black and gold though. It's gray at the bottom. I wish it was gold. That would have been better. I'm gonna try to speed up this video a little bit because it's gonna be a bit long. Next up is Fantastic Four. It says Marvel Comics on the back. Pretty dope hat. It's one of my first hats I ever got. Next up is this Thor hat, which I absolutely love. It says Thor, and his hammer's like straight down the middle. And this one I like because I put my name on it. It's the only one I ever put my name on. See, it says Travis right there. And then Thor's helmet. And I got asked a question on this hat when I was on the train one day. The guy asked me where I got it from. I told him Lids, and he said thank you. I do get a lot of questions on what I wear. Next up is this Captain Marvel hat. At one point I was like really into the Captain Marvel character. Not really no more, but you get into like the character for like a split second. That's what happened, and that's the reason why I had got this hat from GameStop. I actually do like this hat though. It looks nice. It says Captain Marvel right there. Pretty cool. Still haven't watched the Captain Marvel movie. Next up is the Flash, Justice League. You see Flash right there. And he's on the back as well. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This one I was really excited to get. You see Leonardo right there, Michelangelo right there, Donatello right there, and Raphael, which is my favorite right there. Cool hat. Next up, just the Batman hat, similar to the other one, but this one is a fitted cap. It says DC Comics Originals on the back. Cool hat. Next up is this Transformers hat. It's the only Transformers hat I ever got. And I don't think I'll never get another one ever again. But it says Transformers Dark of the Moon. You can't see where it says Dark of the Moon because it's too dark. I don't know why they made the text black for where it says Dark of the Moon. But it's a cool Transformers hat. Next up is Green Lantern. I watched the movie and it was not my favorite movie. It was kind of boring. But this one glows in the dark, which is cool. Next up is this Batman hat from Justice League. And you see Batman right there. It's kind of similar to the Flash one. Next up is Deadpool. This one is one of my favorites. See, it has text right there. Work with a mouth. It has bullets right there. It says Wilson. What that says? Chimichangas. And Deadpool right there. This is like absolutely one of my favorite hats ever. And this next one is a DC, comic book hat. My cousin gave this to me, and this is freaking awesome. It just looks like a comic book on your head. But I don't wear it too often, but it's a cool hat. And shout out to my brother, he actually gave this to me. Looks similar to the Deadpool one I already have, but this one is dope. I can't wait to wear this again. So yep, so that's it for the DC excuse me, DC and comic book characters and TV shows, whatever. So the next one I'm going to show is Pokemon. Alright, so here's all the Pokemon hats. First one up is this Pikachu hat, which I absolutely love. Red, you see Pikachu jumping to attack somebody. And it says Pikachu in the back, which is cool. Next up is another Pikachu hat. It's Pikachu, number 25. He's number 25 in the Pokedex. Out of all the Pokemons that ever existed, he's number 25. Depending on the game, because the game likes to change the order of the Pokemon. So, originally he's 25. Next up is this Charmander hat, which is pretty dope. I don't wear my Pokemon hats too often, but I think I might wear some this week, I'm not sure. So it's Charmander. Next up is this Pokeball Hat Blue. Pretty plain, but still a cool hat. Next up is another Pokeball hat. It's this one right here, which is pretty unique, but it would have been better if, I don't know how to explain it, because I guess they tried to go with the hat as a Pokeball, the whole hat, but I don't know. It's a bit different. It seems like the red right here doesn't belong there, but it's not a bad hat. Next up is this Bulbasaur hat. Surprised I never got a Squirtle one. But I think all these I had got from the Nintendo store. And the last Pokemon hat is Gotta Catch 'Em All. This one I think I got it from GameStop one day. Very cool hat. It shows, a whole bunch of Pokemon right there. Nothing on the back. Pretty plain in the back, but cool hat nonetheless. Alright, so I'm going to be showing, hats that doesn't have like a specific category. It's just like gamer related, or if I only have like one hat for a particular game. Alright, so here's the hats that's just gamer related or just for one particular game that I have. First one here is Donkey Kong. Love this hat. It's one of my favorites. The brim is the same color as him. The snap is the same color as him. A little barrel right there for the original game, Donkey Kong game. Cool hat. Next up is this Atari hat. Got this from GameStop. I wear this one all the time. It says Old School Gamer in the back. At the bottom has a little bit of text right there. Not sure what that means. It probably says Atari. I don't know. Next up is Street Fighter 5. And this one is pretty cool because it has cool designs on the side. KO, fight, some Japanese text right there. And it has some of the moves. Well, one of the moves, the Hadouken, I think. Ryu's move. And that's Ryu right there. I'm assuming that's Ryu. Yeah. Still don't know what that means. If anybody know what this means, tell me, for my Street Fighter fans. Next up is Mortal Kombat. This one's pretty dope. When this first came out, I jumped on it immediately. It says finish him in the back. Nice touch. This was a part of the Mortal Kombat game that came out in 2012, 2011, I don't remember what year. It was the reboot for the Mortal Kombat series. Next up is Nintendo New York. Well, this means Nintendo. Well, it says New York at the bottom. Pretty plain hat. Nothing on the back. Next up is this NES hat. It's one of my favorites in my collection. Nothing on the back. Next up, this is a pre-order bonus for the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle game for the Nintendo Switch, which admittedly I don't like that game like that. But this is a cool hat. It has the bunny ears at the top. I would never ever wear this in public, but it's a cool collector's item. I'll probably display it in my living room somewhere, I don't know. Next up is this NES hat. I used to wear this one a lot. It says Nintendo Entertainment System on the back. Next up is this Platoon hat. It's an octopus. And it's like a little design right there. And it has design at the bottom, which I like. And it says stay fresh. I'm very excited for Splatoon 3. Next up is the Nintendo 64 hat. I really want to get this in black. Cool hat for one of my favorite consoles of all time. Next up is this Nintendo World Championships hat from 2017. And the inside it says the same logo as the front of the hat. It says NYC 17. So I had this for 5 years. It was only exclusive to the Nintendo store in the event. Next up is Metroid Samus Return. This hat is pretty cool. And the inside has some artwork right there. Don't wear it that much, but pretty cool hat. Next up is a game I never played, Cuphead. I really want to. On the side it says Cuphead. The game looks dope though. Next up is this Nintendo hat, NES hat. Don't wear this too often because it's very, very heavy. It's like, kind of feels like a belt buckle. Okay, so it's heavy on the head, which I don't like. But it is a cool hat though. That's why I don't wear it too often. Next up is Sonic the Hedgehog. Had to at least get one Sonic hat. And this one is absolutely dope. There's Sonic right there, Tails right there with the rings. And 1991, Dr. Robotnik, Eggman. Well, Dr. Eggman and Knuckles right there. Dope hat. Sonic 2 was amazing, the movie. Next up is this PlayStation hat. Very cool. Gray at the top, PlayStation logo in the middle. Back. There's like the triangle, the X, the square. in the circle as a design pattern. Next up is this NES hat. Very cool. All gray. Right at the bottom. Next up is this Call of Duty World War II hat. Which is not a bad game. You have to pre-order the game to get this hat. So the only reason why I pre-ordered the game is to get this hat. Next up is this Call of Duty hat. Wings for Victory. I'm not sure which Call of Duty game this was for. Call of Duty 2017. I'm not sure if that was for World War II. Let me see. What year this came out? This other one. It doesn't say it. But it might have been for World War II. But cool hat. Next up is Batman Arkham City hat. This one I think is my favorite out of the Batman games. Don't remember where I got it from though. I think I got it from GameStop. And the last one for this category is this PlayStation hat, which I wear all the time. There's another PlayStation hat that has like the triangle, the circle, the X square. I really want to get that one. But yep, that's the end of that category. And next I'll be showing my Zelda hats. Alright, so here's my Zelda hats. Sorry, I have to make this very quick because my phone and my battery in my phone is about to die soon, and I wanted to cut off while I'm making this video. So this is going to be pretty quick for the next hats that I'm going to show. First one is the Zelda one. This Zelda one right here. I believe it was Skyward Sword for that one. I won't be showing the back, you know, just this for the sake of time. Next one, Zelda right here again. I mean Skyward Sword again, I mean. I keep saying Zelda. I'm showing the Zelda ones. Next up is, I think this is a Highland Shield. But I'm not sure what game this is representing. But dope hat though. Yeah, I'm not sure what game this is supposed to be. Next up is Breath of the Wild. Looks like a guardian shield. You see Link climbing up the mountain, and it's for Breath of the Wild. If there's something on the back of the hat, I will show it obviously. This one's for Breath of the Wild as well. Just a plain logo. Pretty cool hat. This one I had got from Mario's Mystery Block Box. This is for Breath of the Wild as well. It goes perfectly with my Breath of the Wild shirt. Cool hat, but it's not something I will wear all the time. Next up is this Link hat. You see him getting the Triforce. It says Link at the back. I believe that came in the collector's box. Next up is the Zelda Emblem Hat. It's like a plastic, kind of feels like a belt buckle. Pretty cool. Next up is this Legend of Zelda hat for the original game. Pretty cool. You see a little Link right there. Next up is a hat I didn't wear yet. It's gray and blue. Well, navy blue. As you can see, the tag is there. I ain't wear it yet. Next up is another logo. This one is leather. And it doesn't show anything in the inside. It just says Zelda in the back. But cool hat. Next up, another logo. The same logo, but blue. It's a nice blue. I like this blue. And the last Zelda hat is this one of my favorites. It says The Legend of Zelda, and on the back it says Hyrule. and it has some artwork in the hat. I think it says it's dangerous to go alone, take this with you. Pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to show the rest of my Mario hats. That'll be the next one I'll show. Alright, so here's the last category of all my hats, so this will be the last set I'll show. It's the Super Mario ones. Super Mario Brothers. This is like one of my favorites. 85 has the fire flower, has cheap fish, the question block, and it has Mario jumping. One of my favorites of all time, my hats. Next up is Bowser. This one is pretty plain, so I'm not going to show the back. Next one, Mario jumping from the original Super Mario Brothers game. It says Super Mario Brothers in the back right there. Cool hat. It feels it's swayed at the bottom part. Next up is Mario again. The back just show an M. They do have other characters like that. Next one up is Mario with the game over sign. Pretty plain, but cool. Next one is Yoshi. I like this hat a lot. And it shows the back. There's Yoshi's egg right there. They do have Luigi and Bowser, but I don't have those. Next up is Mario, showing his fireballs, Fire Mario. The back, it shows like a mushroom at the bottom. Pretty cool. Next up is Bros. It has Mario and Luigi. They're giving each other high fives. Pretty dope hat. Somebody gave this to me. Can't remember who it was, but cool hat. I like it a lot. Next up is Mario raising his hands. And this part is like leather. Or fake leather, pleather. It says Mario in the back. Next up is this Bowser Emblem Hat. Gray right here. It's nothing in the back. Next up is Mario Old School hat again. Him jumping. Just like the gray and black one. Has Super Mario Brothers right there. Next up is this Mario one. I don't remember which artwork or which game this is from. And it says Mario on the back right there. Next up is this Mario Kart hat, which I really don't like. It came with a collector's Mario Kart box. And I don't like that one like that. Next up is this Undead Motors hat. It's basically from Mario Kart 8. Let me show the other side. Next up is Mario versus Bowser. Similar to the winter hat I had showed earlier in the video. It says Super Mario Brothers right there. It would have been cool if it had a design inside the hat. That would have been better. And this last one I'm going to show you is Mario riding Yoshi. Basically just like Super Mario World. Playing in the back. And I just realized I'm forgetting one hat, so I'm gonna do a jump cut here and I'm gonna show that one. Alright, sorry about that. This is the hat I wanted to show. This is the last hat I have, and absolutely my favorite hat that I have in my collection. It's this Mario Kart 8 hat. I'm thinking about getting another one of these if I can find one. I just absolutely love this hat. You see Mario right there. logo right there. We got the logo. Has Mario Kart 8 right there. Mario Kart 8 again. Basil oil and stuff like that. This one is my favorite hat of all time, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, so that is the end of this video. Let's see if I could do something for the thumbnail real quick. Yep, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was very, very long, but you know, that's the thing about these collection videos, they tend to be long. So I want to, you know, try to do jump cuts so I can edit the video so make it a little bit shorter. So yep, I guess the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on this video. Leave your comments in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what hats you have. And thanks so much for watching.